Hello, dear student. This is Rakesh Mohan Kothari, lecturer of physical education, welcomes you on behalf of Physical Edupedia channel. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 7, that is physiology and injuries in sports. Mrs. Sunita Shardaji, lecturer of physical education from Raisina Bengali School, Chitranjan Park, will discuss physiology and injuries in sports. So let's welcome to Mrs. Sunita Shardaji.
Uh, Thank you, Kothari sir. Dear students, I once again welcome you to the class of physical education for class 12, and we are doing chapter number 7, that is physiology and injury and sports. And let's start with today's topic, that what is the physiological factors determining the different components of physical fitness. So let's start with this topic. So, our topic for today is physiological factors determining components of physical fitness. Dear students, the term physical it refers to our body, but whereas physiological it is associated with the functioning of different systems of body. And what are the different systems of the body? They are skeletal system, the muscular system, the cardiovascular system, the central nervous system. So how they coordinate with each other and how they determine our physical fitness components, that we will study in this chapter. So first of all, let's study the physiological factors determining our strength. The first physiological factor determining strength is size of the muscle. Dear students, the big muscle people they have more strength than the thin muscle people. Number two, gender, males and females. So the males they have more power than females according to their physiology. Number three, body weight. The person with more weight they have more strength than the person as compared to the less weight. And intensity of the nervous impulse. If the nerve impulse is fast in some people, then they have more strength. Let's see the next page about muscle composition. Dear students, in our muscles, there are two kinds of fiber, red fibers and white fibers. Red fibers they are called as slow twitch fibers and white fibers as fast twitch fibers. The ratio of these two fibers also determines our speed, strength and endurance. So the person who is having more white fibers they will have more strength and more speed, and the person who is having more slow twitch fibers, that means more red fibers, so they will have more of endurance. So this factor of muscle composition it will be repeated in your flexibility part also, in the strength part also, and in the speed and endurance part also. So please remember it very carefully. The slow twitch fibers they have more of endurance, and the fast twitch fibers they have more of speed, strength and flexibility. Students, let's play a quiz here. See this picture? Yes, these two men who will have more power. Yes, this muscular man, the person with big muscles will have more power. Number two, this picture within a boy and girl. According to physiological reasons, the boys they have more power than girls, or the males have more power than females. Here, this thin and fat, the person who is having more weight, yes, he will have more strength. Here, see this picture also. The person who is lifting a weight and the another one is marathon. So, what is their muscle composition? Yes, who will have more white fibers? Yes, the more white fibers, the one who is lifting a weight, he is having more white fibers, and marathon runners they have more of red fibers. Very good, students. Let's move on to our next part. Now, the physiological factors determining speed. Number one is mobility of the nervous system. Dear students, contraction and relaxation of muscle is controlled by the nervous system. If the speed and the frequency of this contraction is high, then the speed will also be high. And these factors, they are hereditary. The mobility of the nervous system is hereditary, but to some extent we can improve the mobility of the nervous system also. Next point is muscle composition. As we have already done muscle composition point, that slow twitch and fast twitch fibers, the person who is having more of fast twitch fibers, they will have more speed. The next point is explosive strength. Dear students, what is strength? Strength is the ability to overcome resistance and overcome the maximum resistance also. And this explosive strength, it determines our movement speed. That means if a player is having more explosive strength, he will have a more movement speed, thus improves our speed. The next factor is flexibility. Flexibility also determines the speed. Flexibility, and you know what is flexibility? Yes, flexibility is a range of movements of the joint. So if our joints are more flexible, more pliable, then the flexibility will be more, and we can extend our legs and arms for maximum movements, so we can increase our speed. The next point is biochemical reserves and metabolic power. Dear students, biochemical reserves, they are very important for a race, as because the ATPs and CPs, they are the main sources of this energy. And if the number of ATPs and CPs more, then the person's speed will also increase, and they are increased by proper training. So here in the picture you can see how these runners are running over the hurdles, and they are putting their maximum efforts. So they have increased all their capacities to have this kind of speed. Now, physiological factors determining endurance. The number one factor is aerobic capacity. Aerobic capacity consists of 3 points. First of all is oxygen intake. Oxygen intake, that means taking oxygen from the environment, the capacity of the lungs. If our oxygen intake capacity is more, then our aerobic capacity will also be improved. Number two, oxygen transport. When the oxygen is collected in the lungs, the blood takes the oxygen to different tissues and muscles of the body. So this is called as oxygen transportation. If we have fast transportation, then we will have our aerobic capacity much improved. Number three, oxygen uptake. Oxygen uptake means when the oxygen is supplied by the blood to different tissues, there each and every cell and tissue that takes oxygen from the blood. So this capacity is called as oxygen uptake. If this capacity is also high, then the aerobic capacity will also be high. So dear students, we have to remember there are 3 points in aerobic capacity: the oxygen intake, taking oxygen from the environment; number two, taking the oxygen to the whole body, this is oxygen transport; number three, oxygen uptake. Uptake means taking the oxygen from the blood by the tissues. Now, next point is movement economy. Dear students, when we are running a marathon race, like the students who are doing long distance races, they follow a very, constant speed, and constant movements. They do not perform any extra movements so that they can save energy for their race. So we should plan our race, and we should plan our movements in such a way that extra energy is not wasted. Number three, the endurance capacity also determines on muscle composition. You have already learned many about muscle composition in the earlier two slides that the muscle constitutes of two kinds of fiber, that is slow twitch and fast twitch fibers. The person who is having slow twitch fibers, or we can say red blood fibers, they have more of endurance capacities. So these were the points. Now let's move on to the next points of endurance. Our next point is energy reserves. Dear students, endurance also depends upon energy reserves. If we have more of energy reserve, then it is very beneficial for a marathon runner, for a swimmer, for a cyclist. And if our energy reserves are less, then it is very difficult to run a race. You might have heard about the concept of carbohydrate loading. It is a process to increase the energy reserves in the body. You can see this athlete, he is a marathon runner, but somehow he is very exhausted and it is very difficult to complete the race. But this another athlete is helping him to reach to the finish line. Number next point is lactic acid tolerance. Dear students, when we perform any kind of activity due to the muscle contractions, lactic acid is released in the muscles and that hinders the activity. So if a player can have a more tolerance to tolerate the lactic acid, then it improves the endurance also. Or to improve our endurance, we must have a proper tolerance of lactic acid, and it can be improved through proper training. Physiological factors determining flexibility. The first point is muscle strength. To have a more flexible body, our muscle strength is very much required. With proper muscle strength only, we can stretch our joints to its maximum limits. Muscular bulk and size. If our muscles are bulky and very heavy, then it is difficult to perform flexibility exercise or to stretch. So they hinders the stretchability. Number third point that determines flexibility is joint structure. The joint structure also hinders flexibility movements. Different joints provide us different kind of movement. For example, the elbow joint, it provides only a hinge movement up and down only, and the shoulder joint, it provides a circumduction movement or full circle movement. So different kind of movements are provided at different joints. Connective tissue, the softness, the stretchability of the connective tissue, that also helps in gaining flexibility. Age and gender, the students of or a child of less age, they have more flexibility in their childhood or in their infancy or in early childhood. They have more flexibility than a child of later childhood or adolescence. Gender, the girls have more flexibility than boys. So next point is extensibility of the muscle. Our muscles, they have their own extensibility powers. Some muscles, they extend very fastly, some are not. So the flexibility also depends on the extensibility of the muscles. Our next point is internal environment of our body. So if our internal environment, that is temperature, it has been seen that if the temperature is 1 degree high, right, then the flexibility is more. If our temperature is 1 degree less, then it is not very flexible. Next point is previous injury. If there is any kind of injury at the joint or muscles, then it hinders the movement. So there will be less chances of full flexibility. So students, these were the points that are physiologically determining our different motor components. So students, let's play one more quiz with you. Oh, You can see this picture, this fat and skinny. So who will have more flexibility? Yes, the skinny people will have more flexibility than the fat people according to their physiology. Yes, number 2, this picture, the boy and girl, who will have more flexibility? Yes, the girl. The physiological difference is that the girls have more flexibility than boys. Now you can see this athlete, this gymnast, how he is holding his body on these Roman rings. So he have got more muscle power. Yes, so we need muscle power to have more flexibility. Number next, you can see this another gymnast. She is performing so many different kinds of movement as it is required in the field of gymnastics. So the movements are possible due to the extensibility of the muscles. More extensibility of the muscles provide more of flexibility. Yes, next point. You can see these bandages around different body parts. So if any injury is there, any previous injury is there to us, then do we have more flexibility? No. Then we have a little less flexibility than required. So students, these were all about the factors determining physical fitness. In the next video, we will come up with the next topic, that is how the exercises affect our cardiovascular system. Till then, it's a bye bye from us, and you keep safe at your home, follow proper social distancing, wear mask whenever you go out, and stay safe, stay at home. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sunita ji. Very well explained the chapter number 7. Dear student, we have uploaded chapter number 6, and now we are uploading this chapter number 7, that is physiology and introduction of physiology. So, thank you once again. And if you have any query or any questions regarding this chapter or any other chapter, you can post it in your chat box, and we will surely we will give your answer. Thank you so much. Till then, bye bye.